Hello, hello, Sunshine Gang. You are here for another Dose of Sunshine episode. This episode, we are going to be talking about mirroring your client's communication style. So I'm super excited because this is tip number 4 of the 5 tips to better speak to your ideal client. So if you are just joining me, you have never seen my show before, I am Sunny Nielsen, messaging expert. I talk about marketing, business, and really just general life mishaps that keep me on my toes as I run a business, as well as being a wife and mother. Now, if you are catching me live, welcome, welcome. Love to see you live. Please drop in the comments, #live. If you are catching the replay, make sure that you see all of these. You can always go back to previous episodes to see tips 1 through 3 in the 5 tips to better speak to your ideal client. But if you're catching this one live, please drop a note in the comments, #replay, because that will help me know that you're here catching me at this particular time. Now, if you want to share the love, let people know about my show. If you know someone who would benefit from marketing or business tips, please share it out, or #Dose of Sunshine. That is DO Sunshine. That is my hashtag, DO Sunshine. Please share it out. Share it with a friend. Tag them here in the comments. Would love to see you here. Now, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Tip number 4, mirroring your client's communication style. Now, what do I mean by this? Imagine yourself, I'm sure you've gone through this, where you had an issue, say, with your cable, and you went online and you went to a chat feature and you're typing in the chat and you're saying, "Hello, cable person, I'm having a problem." And they automatically sent back and said, "Oh no, we can't talk to you on our chat. You actually need to dial the number and then wait for someone to get on the phone, and then you can tell them about your problem." How many people would actually go through that step, barring the requirement of needing cable or internet or something like that? But how do you think that makes your client feel? How do you feel if that happened to you? Now, when it's happened to me, I've been super annoyed, because think about it. If I wanted to call you on the phone, I would have called you on the phone, because of course you have all these options of dial, chat, email, especially when you give clients multiple options to contact you. It is their choice. It is their preference to pick one of those choices. Now, if they choose a way to communicate with you, that's because that's the preference and style that they feel most comfortable with. So don't make them change formats. Don't make them change styles, because you're actually creating dissonance between you and your ideal client. So if someone reaches out to you and you're saying, "Hey, text me," then if they text back, keep the conversation on text for a while so you can build the rapport. If you have a chat feature and a chat bot or a chat box on your website, they're starting to chat. Do what you can in the chat box. Try to solve as much of their problem or address as many of their questions in the chat box, because that is the communication style that they prefer. Now, I would love to know, what kind of chat options or communication features do you use currently in your business? Please drop a note in the comments. I would love to know, especially for you personally as a business owner, do you have a preference of the way that your people communicate with you? Do you prefer text? Do you prefer chat boxes? Or do you prefer good old-fashioned phone calls? Would love to know. Please drop a note in the comments about your preferred style of how you would like your audience to communicate with you. Now, the best way to figure out what your audience really likes, dislikes, is, the first and foremost, ask them. Send out an email, put it in your newsletter, give them a chance to give you direct feedback and say, "You know what? We really prefer a text message," and you may have not even thought about giving them text messaging as an option. Ask them first, because then you're getting direct from the horse's mouth exactly what they want. Now, if this sounds kind of like a mind-blowing thing where you hadn't really thought about it before, please put in the comments, #mindblown. #mindblown if this is just an area that you haven't ever really thought about analyzing in your business. Now, second way that you can try and get communication from them or see what they prefer is look at the data. Look at how many, oftentimes at the end of, conversations, discussions, you'll have like a short survey. How was your experience? What did you like, dislike about this interaction with our company? And you can add in that general survey how did you feel about this communication style? And there's a couple of other questions that you could put in there saying, would you have preferred a different style? Would you have preferred more options and more ways of communicating or communicating with us? Gathering that kind of data, you can see if all these people that are saying, I had a really horrible customer service experience, end up saying it's because the chat box wasn't working well and they much would have preferred an email or a text, or, they don't want to talk to a computer. They want to talk to a real person, but you weren't giving them the option of a dial-in number. Those kinds of things, though they seem small, can make a huge impact in the retention level and the lifetime customer value of every single one of your clients. So, to recap one more time, this is tip number 4, mirroring your client's communication style. Now, if you are just joining me live on my live stream, I am Sunny Nielsen, messaging expert, and I want you to really think about how your clients like to communicate with you. If they have a preference in the style, whether it be text message, chat box, email, regular old phone, or hell, even in person would be an option for communication. But I want you to really think about it. Take a moment and think about your business and think about your ideal client and what would make them most comfortable. Because if you can work with them to establish that very comfortable line of communication, it will open up the conversation, create that bond that you're trying to build between you and your client, whether it be a prospect or whether it be after the initial sale or whether it's someone that you're trying to save. It's a customer service experience. Those little details can make a huge difference when it comes to whether someone really likes your business or they don't. So that is all for today. Please join me again where we will hit tip number 5, the last of the 5 tips to better speak to your ideal client. And it talks about, wait for it, pain points. So if you don't know what a pain point is, please stay tuned. Come back tomorrow and I will talk a little bit more and expand on pain points of your ideal client. Now, once again, thank you so much for joining me. Anyone who joined live, thank you. Always great to have you here. If you're catching me on the replay, thank you so much. I would love for you guys to drop any comments and notes on how you feel about this tip. Do you currently think about numerous channel options for your ideal client? And if so, which one do your clients prefer? Would love to hear about it in the comments. And until next time, please keep your business running and we will talk to you later.